A product requirements document is a powerful tool available to product managers. The main benefit of writing a PRD is that it helps us think through what we're building, exposes our thoughts to feedback from stakeholders, create a source of record, and acts as a surface for collaboration. The goal of creating a PRD is to establish the why, so that we can converge on the what and ultimately figure out the how. This is done in 3 phases called definition, refinement, and development. In this video, we'll focus on the first phase, the definition phase, and highlight how Delibr is built to support this. Step 1. Make a clear point of departure. We begin by creating our PRD document and block some time to think. Determine the premise of the epic, for instance by writing a paragraph about the customer problem we're trying to solve and the initial ideas for how a solution could work. Step 2. Identify the key sources of insight. Things like customer feedback, insights from interviews, supporting data, and designs can provide clarity to the PRD. Oftentimes, these insights already exist in other tools, and it makes sense to include them in the PRD to have a source of record. We pull in the key sources of insight into the PRD to have it all centralized. It's even possible to hide the details so that we can have a clean overview of the contents of the document. Step 3. Structure your thinking into an outline. You can use drag and drop or keyboard shortcuts to move bullets or entire sections. As an example, let's move the key insights that we just pulled into the document into the correct headings. Now that we are armed with the premise and the existing input, it's time to start thinking top-down on what other topics the PRD should cover. A good approach is to go back and forth between the premise, the existing input, and a set of relevant topics like the ones you find in the right sidebar. Click on the topic you want to add, and it populates into the PRD. Step 4. Get a good starting point and test it with the team. Now that we have an outline of the premise, the existing input, and the topics to cover, we're in a good position to take the PRD to the point where we expose our thinking to the team and get their input. Block some time and write out your thoughts across the different topics. Not too long. A paragraph or 2 for each topic forces you to think and helps clarify your own thinking. Doing this in an outliner enables us to work at the speed of thought. When we have articulated our case, we take a step back and think about the most critical issues that we need to get input from our team and stakeholders on. Here, we can use the question bullets to capture outstanding question items, like for instance, what high-level solution should we choose? We're now done with the definition phase. The next phase is refinement, where we will begin converging on a solution and figure out how that solution should be implemented.